Welcome to the Risk Forever channel guys, the channel which shares the most relevant tips and tricks on how to win at Risk, and improve your rank in no time. Subscribe to the channel and you won't even see how fast you will become so much better at Risk. Push that notification bell to see new videos first. This is your host Champion Ever. And today we are playing 6-player fixed card game on classic Risk map. Settings, alliances on, balance splits dice rolls in 60 seconds per turn. This time I'm playing against 2 beginner rank players who are green and purple, 2 intermediate rank players who are yellow and orange, and 1 expert rank player who is blue. As always, wish me best of luck guys, and let's hope I will have the best of it. The green player is one of the most lucky players over here. He is going to capture South America next turn, which will be giving 2 extra troops to him. It's a 6-player game, so obviously he won't get much of the advantage, but at least he will have the continent, and I guess that pretty much guarantees of him not getting eliminated first, assuming nobody fights with him for it or if he doesn't get involved into a bigger conflict. And obviously it was said too soon, as it seems the yellow player will be desperate to fight with him over South America. Which wouldn't be the greatest decision ever, as even with yellow winning a fight, the continent could be given away for the 3rd player who has a lot of troops near. For example, the purple player, or even me, as I'm bringing my troops near. I will probably go for Africa, but if South America is going to be simply cleared out for me, then I will take it. And another option could possibly be Australia. No, don't get me wrong guys, I'm not going to fight with orange. That would be dumb, especially being weaker, but I think there's a chance that the purple player decides to take it from orange if he gets a 10 troop set soon, so if so, then I might take Australia myself from purple if he ends up being weak. But so far it's really unknown what is the purple's plan. By seeing my big army floating near Asia too, he might not have any serious thoughts about taking Australia from orange. And instead of that, he might decide to go for Africa, the continent which nobody goes for yet, and the continent in which he already has some troops. So before he moves any of his armies here, I think I will rather move my army to Africa by myself firstly, making the purple player to go somewhere else. Well, in case the purple player brings his armies here too, then I guess I will have to leave and be without a continent at all. As you know guys, it's better not to mess up with low-rank players, otherwise it might go wrong for both of you, as you know that a lot of them might play like fearless kamikazes, not being afraid to attack their enemies, but not realizing that at the same time they could just end up of totally destroying themselves. So you should always be careful. Well, the purple player has just sent me an alliance request to me, so we should be good, right? Yeah, I think so. And with the green player already being my ally, I think I have very good chances of capturing and holding Africa, but I'm just not sure about the other players yet. And obviously I want to get more troops before capturing it, as of course I could capture it, but with not having many troops to guard it, or not having a big counterattack army, the players just wouldn't hesitate to invade me at all. So it's better to wait and be safe. I will let orange and especially purple to move their troops out from it. The purple player is a beginner rank ally, so I don't want that he would potentially consider breaking the alliance with me, or if not then trusted me less. As you know guys, the lower rank player is, the more probable that he takes your alliance seriously. In my whole Risk career, I even saw some novices who immediately break the alliance with you and start targeting you, after you just attacked their territory of 1 troop just to get a card. So when playing with low rank players, the alliances take a huge role, and especially the diplomacy. So yeah guys, I think I'm good on taking Africa now. It will definitely be mine. But oh no yellow. You decided to bring your troops there when I was about to capture it. Well, it's okay guys. I think the yellow player is mad that the green player didn't let her hold North America. So I think she will try having a revenge by invading him into South America, and maybe even crushing his other army he currently has in North America. If so, then of course it will be self-destructive, and the yellow player will just risk of being eliminated from the game. But I mean it's good for me guys, the less players in the game, the better odds I have to win, right? Well, at least we could predict that the game won't be such a boring stalemate like it happens playing 6-player fixed card games with high-ranked players. So I think we are going to have some fun, guys. So come on, Yellow. Do your attacks. I know you want to. Be a good girl. And that is so awesome. And that is so awesome, guys. I can smell a potential conflict going on. Especially with the green player having a set as well. So let's see what the green player is up to. Will he fortify his biggest army back? Well, no. He didn't fortify his troops back to South America. He's a bad boy. Well, of course I'm just kidding, guys. He made a great choice by not getting into a conflict with kinda aggressive player called Yellow. Green probably knows that if he fights for South America with Yellow, then he can just end up destroying himself or giving away the continent for someone else. As after crushing Yellow, someone could just take him out getting the continent for themselves, for example Purple, who doesn't have any continent yet and probably is looking forward to get one. Well, without a continent the green player won't be in as good situation as he was while having South America, but being without a continent he still has better chances to survive, rather if he was fighting with Yellow. As if he did that, then I think the game would be over for both of them. So to give away South America was a good decision made by Green. It's better not to get into a conflict with suicidal players, as otherwise it might go wrong for both of you. It's better to be without a continent, but at least alive. And nice, that's very nice. The yellow player has just accepted my alliance request, the one I sent her in the beginning of the game. Well, fair enough, back then it wasn't any purpose for us to have an alliance, but now we do. But oh no guys. I'm so sad right now. My best ally Green has just been drastically murdered by Purple. Together we had so many great plans to conquer the world, but they never had to happen, I guess. Rest in peace, Green. But what will you say in response, you guilty murderous animal Purple? Why do you have to kill my friend like that? My day has been totally ruined. Well, it's okay guys. The less players in the game, the better chances I have to win, right? And if you're watching this video Purple, then please don't take it seriously. It was obviously some kind of a humor. And even though the green player was my ally, actually I'm very happy that you eliminated an additional player who is not really needed in the game in order for the balance of the game to be sustained. Especially taking into the account that he was passive and just putting all his troops to one big army like me. While I'm being passive myself, I don't really need other passive players. Differently, I need players who would be aggressive and willing to fight it out with each other, while I could just be watching the world burn and waiting till I have more troops than all of them combined. So come on Purple. I cannot take it anymore. So please kill my ally Yellow as well. And then you will be the only one. Well, I forgot about Blue, but he wouldn't take my alliance so seriously as you do, right Purple? I want to make you as a killing machine. I want you to kill all my enemies and allies, so I would easily win. But OMG guys. The blue player is taking Yellow out. It caught me off guard. Like totally. The least thing that I expected is for Blue to go for Yellow. Like seriously, it was so surprising. It's very unusual for the European player to go for the South American one when the African player is alive. I cannot remember when the last time I've seen it. But yeah, don't get me wrong guys. I really like it when other players eliminate the weakest players who aren't really needed in the game, so the game could go on instead of stagnating. I'm just saying that it was very unusual, especially when they didn't have any conflicts between themselves at all. But I guess the blue player saw the opportunity and went for it, and that's good, but very unfortunately he failed taking the last territory of one troop, so the yellow's cards were given away for Purple, and that's a big oof. But I mean the game continues. Blue is still as strong as others and those 3 cards barely would have compensated him anything anyways. So now the Purple player got to catch up to us. He isn't the weaker anymore comparing with us. And knowing how good of a killing machine he is, I really like it. So I just hope he doesn't turn on me. I need him to fight either orange or blue. Well, probably blue, as it seems the orange player gives up on going for Asia and just turns into the Australian turtle. So it's the blue player who is going to be the strongest. But OMG guys. What in the world the blue player is doing, lol. Does he have to quit so he just decided to suicide? Well, I'm kinda glad his armies didn't touch me. But too early I don't celebrate, as his last army is directly looking to me. So I guess I will get a hit from him too. Well, I'm really glad that there will be one player in the game less. But I'm just not sure if his attack into me is not going to give away the game for orange. It seems the orange player is going to have more troops than me and purple combined, especially with him having 5 cards and trading in a set. So this is what I'm really afraid of. And come on blue, don't you even dare to attack me. Well, phew guys. After all he decided to go after purple. I think he originally wanted to crush his troops into me, but since the purple player attacked him and unleashed his army, the blue player changed his mind and went nuts on purple instead. Well, I feel very bad for our fellow purple. He did nothing wrong, but still got suicided on. I think if the blue player had to quit and wanted to suicide, then he had to split his last army into 2 pieces and crush them equally into me and orange, to make it the most fair for everyone. That wouldn't have hurt me and orange much, but the purple player would still have been as a decent opponent. Or actually I think it might have been the most fair just to crush the whole army into orange. As the orange player was still the strongest plus had 5 cards and ability to take the blue player for his cards. And then maybe even purple and me too. And actually the blue player by suiciding on purple has really given away the game to the orange player. As he really had the ability to take all of us in a single turn out. By trading in sets from our cards he would have definitely made it. But instead of that he just totally blundered the game by blocking his biggest army in Australia. If he hadn't done that, then he would have had an equal endgame with me, or who knows maybe then I wouldn't even have considered taking blue and purple out. But since he made the biggest mistake of his life ever, the game is totally over now. The 4 continents endgame strategy has been activated. It's the strategy which you use against blocked Australian players by capturing both of the Americas, Africa and Europe, when having only 3 borders to guard, Ukraine, Middle East and either Kamchatka or Alaska. The strategy is the ultimate trap for the Australian turtle player, leaving him without any chances of winning. So what a sweet victory guys. In the worst case scenario I could have ended up in the 4th place but ended up as a victor. But don't close the video yet, because I'm going to show you another epic gameplay. I will show you how to easily win with Australia in the endgame with the North and South American player who has a slight troop advantage. So moving on to the next game, this time I'm playing 6-player fixed card game on classic Risk map. Settings, alliances on, balance splits dice rolls in 60 seconds per turn. My opponents are 3 beginner rank players who are green, blue and yellow, and 2 expert difficulty computer players which are orange and purple. They were supposed to be another 2 real opponents but unfortunately they didn't ready up. Wish me best of luck as always and let's hope for the best. So far I don't know what my current plan looks like, but I think I might get Australia. The green player has already showed that he doesn't go for it, so I'm really wondering how about yellow. Will he decide to go for Australia or not? Look, I'm pulling a very sneaky plan guys. I'm moving these 3 troops out of Australia. So either yellow or green could clear out it for me. So whoever clears Australia out, I'm going to take it from that person, assuming I won't have to waste a lot of troops. My plan shouldn't be that much obvious for beginner rank players, right guys? Well, it seems the yellow player will go for Europe anyways, and the green player still adds his troops to somewhere else too. So I'm pretty sure that Australia will be mine and I won't even have to take it from someone else. But I'm still leaving my army on the territory of Siam, so they could attack into Indonesia clearing their troops out for me. Anyways, I'm not sure why the blue player has just wasted his additional troops by attacking all these useless territories in Asia, while he could have just instantly added 3 troops to his biggest army, while not touching the army of 4 troops he had in China at all. Those Asian territories won't add any value for the blue player at all, as they will be captured by other players anyways, and from those 7 troops he had, at the end he got to fortify only 1 of them. So if he had just straightly added 3 troops he received in the beginning of the game to his Kamchatkan army, then he would have had 10 troops on it instead of 8. And that's a big goof moment of the green player. There are some rumors going around that the dice hate him. Poor, very poor player called green. Well, after his fail in North America, I hope he doesn't start to go for Australia instead. It's the least thing I need to happen. That would be terrible for me if after getting a 10 troop set at 3 cards, he would capture Australia. So just to be completely safe, firstly I will see where is he going to add his troops to, before moving to Australia myself. But yeah, if he doesn't add any troops to Australia next turn, then I'm finally moving to it. As I've been definitely waiting for way too long. If I had kept my biggest army in Australia, then I would have captured it already. So I'm not really sure what I'm waiting for. Well, potentially I would like to get some easy kills, and especially of the real players. This game is with even 2 bots, so if possible firstly I need to target my real opponents and only after deal with the bots lately, but in case there are some easy bot kills as well, then I will definitely go for them, well as long as it's worth doing that for the cards. And oh no guys. It's so bad that the blue player got North America so early. But if the yellow player captures and successfully holds Europe, then we should be good. Anyways, I have some more important question right now, and it is whether I should trade in 6 troop set and try taking the green player out. It's really a decision point for me and I'm not sure what to do. Well, let's just go for it. I'm sorry green, but I'm just making sure that you're not fighting for Australia with me, and at the same time I get rid of an additional opponent. Blue and yellow are probably going to fight each other getting a big continent each, while I don't know how or even if beneficial you could have been for me. So I think I have made the right choice. I assume the green player would have been more struggle for me than help. And lol. Savage purple AI has just invaded blue into his continent. Well, it's good, very good indeed. It has just done the dirty work for me and yellow. The blue player isn't going to take over advantage quickly. I'm pretty sure now there will be an equal position between him and yellow, so I will just be able to turtle in Australia without attacking anyone. Well, besides these 2 AIs, I will take them out starting from purple. Well, I've just realized that I might not have enough troops for purple. It would be very risky. So yeah, I've gotta admit that I drastically screwed up. I'm not sure why I thought it would have been a great idea to go for purple, but at the end I still got to save at least my 10 troops army, so that wasn't that bad. And OMG guys. The purple AI is completely crushing the blue player. The blue player must be the most poor player ever. Well, at least the AI was nice to move its troops back to South America. And that's bad, as if the purple AI had left its troops to North America, then I wouldn't have hesitated attacking or even trying to take out yellow at all. Well, to be honest I should have still tried taking the yellow player out, after additionally trading in 6 troops set, and having another army of 8 troops in Asia. I would have definitely made it, and then would have dealt with the blue player easily. But I'm not sure what I was at that moment thinking, as I decided to go for the orange bot instead. Like come on dude, deal with your real opponents firstly, and only then attack the bots. So I don't know guys, I must have been very tired while playing this game, as it was another mistake I made. Well, not really a mistake but a total blunder, as I would have won if I'd taken the yellow player out back then. So I really made the biggest mistake of my life. Well, I guess I wanted to win this game by using the Australian turtle strats watching the world burn. But yeah guys, now if I lose, then I will have to blame myself, and no one else. As I have had the opportunity which I foolishly didn't take. So anyways, getting back to the turtling strats. Well, not really turtling as because if yellow and blue fight each other, then I want to have the majority of my troops to be unblocked. I don't really care about Africa, the yellow player can take it. But oh no guys. I've got attacked by yellow. I really thought if we're not friends, then at least not enemies. You drastically hurt my feelings. Well, fair enough guys. By taking green and orange out and capturing a lot of territories, I put a huge target on myself. The players noticed that I'm growing strong, so it was a natural response to attack me. And sure thing, it was completely fair. So the Australian turtle strategy, here I come again. I guess. As if I put all my troops to one big army, then they aren't going to crush their troops into it, right? And if I block my army, then they shouldn't be irritated by it at all, and then eventually they should forget about me and focus on each other instead, right? Well, I'm not that sure so far, as it seems they might have a strong alliance with each other. And even though the blue player has an alliance with me as well, I know that he doesn't take it very seriously. As you can clearly see that the biggest attention he pays to the Kamchatkan border against me, while doesn't really that much care about guarding against yellow at all. So that's kinda bad that they've made a serious alliance with each other. So far the yellow player didn't care about guarding much against blue either, but I see that he finally starts to. And that is some good news for me. As now I see that the blue player starts to care about guarding against yellow too. So if they continue adding troops on their borders, then I think they will get very irritated of each other, and one of them finally attacks another one. But we just need to hope that they will continue threatening each other. I really hope that the yellow player will show initiative, as I would guess the blue player would like to keep building a big army on Kamchatka as long as the yellow player doesn't threaten his borders. I don't really like that the blue player builds a huge army in Asia close to me. I mean, I understand that he might only do that just because not to irritate yellow, not make him to attack him, but in case yellow would still attack him, then the blue player would be able to easily retaliate with his one very big army. But another potential reason on why blue builds a huge army in Asia is because he might want to get rid of me. So with not knowing blue's plans, it's better that his biggest Asian army would be blocked. He has just blocked it, and I am definitely not going to unleash it. I will keep taking the territory of Siberia if possible. So at this point of the game is just a matter of waiting for me. I cannot do anything else besides turtling, as to attack one of the players would just be stupid, as I would just give a huge advantage to another one. And to attack both of them at once isn't a good option either. I would just waste a lot of troops, but they still wouldn't be prevented from retaking their continents, so I would just make myself as the biggest enemy for them, and if I got quite weak, then one of them could just take me out. So since these players are low ranked, I think there are the two most likable options: either they start fighting each other ending up having less troops combined than me, or one of them might just decide to suicide on me. But I would really like to hope that it will be the first option, of them destroying each other. So let's see. And OMG guys. I knew it was going to happen. I knew that they won't be satisfied with each other holding multiple continents and start attacking each other. So I guess the situation might start looking very great for me. All they have to do is to continue fighting and initiating the conflict even further, while I will just sit in Australia doing nothing, and watching the world burn. So unless I see that one of them cannot retaliate anymore, in that case I would have to step in and attack the stronger player. But for now the situation is still good, so I will just continue turtling. I don't want to move my army out from Australia scaring them out. I want that they will continue paying all the attention to each other. Before I do anything, they have to crush some more of the troops. Or one of them has to start having a much better position than the another one. Like if I see that one of them won't be able to invade another one anymore, then I will have to step in and attack the dominating player, if he holds a big continent. Like I see currently the blue player got to hold North America, and with properly fortifying troops and guarding his borders, the yellow player won't be able to invade him anymore it seems. And since North America gives the same number of troops as Australia and Africa combined, it wouldn't be wise to wait any longer letting blue to become even stronger. So this is why I'm fortifying half of my troops outside of my biggest army. I want to invade blue, or at least to make that the yellow player would be able to invade him, as if blue fortifies the majority of troops next to me, then he might not have enough troops to guard against yellow. And the reason why I fortified half of the troops but not all of them, is because I still want to hold Australia. I don't want that the yellow player would take it from me, becoming the Australian turtle. I don't have as many troops as both of them combined, so I cannot afford bringing all of my troops from the blocked Siam if I still want to hold my Australian position. But OMG guys. I cannot believe that the yellow player has just succeeded on me, straightly like that, lol. So the blue player got really lucky over here. He has the troop advantage over me, can take the yellow player out getting 2 cards, and then crush his 2 unleashed armies into me getting the advantage of attacker. Well, to split his troops over here was a mistake, he shouldn't have done that. But OMG guys. I cannot believe that the blue player has just given away the game for me. He not only left the yellow player for me with 2 cards, but additionally he didn't even take the attacker advantage by attacking my armies first. So here we are, Phyllis. It's my time to shine, it's the show time. I guess nothing will stop me from winning now. Well, the bad blitz rolls could, but let's just hope for the best. And also let's just hope that the blue player doesn't have a 10 troop set at 3 cards. But even if he does, then I guess I would still win over him. Let me just fortify these troops there. Let's see. And no guys, he doesn't have a set. So I'm confident that the victory is already in my pocket. As you saw, the blue player had 3 American armies, so I had to make the decision which 2 of them to blitz, and which one not to, since I didn't have enough troops. So obviously I didn't blitz the one which was blocked, and obviously I didn't even unleash it, so the blue player would have a very big struggle recapturing my territories. And the most hilarious thing that he still didn't even fortify it from the blocked place, he just let me hold multiple continents and get a ton of troops, completely crushing him. So if you guys end up in a decent 1 versus 1 endgame, then make sure that all your biggest armies would be unleashed, as otherwise you might end up losing in the same way as blue. If you guys enjoyed watching this video, then I would recommend checking some of these out as well. Watching more videos will help you to progress so much faster. Highly increase your skills by simply watching Risk videos.